Today we're continuing my fall and winter preparation for my wardrobe. So we've already done in part 1, if you missed it, Max Mara inspiration, break down that runway. Part 2, we did the Michael Kors collection, break down that runway and the elements that we want to recreate. So in today's video, we are going to try to recreate specific outfits. To start off, what I did was I screenshotted or took pictures of the outfits from the runway and put it into a Google Docs, and then from there I broke down the outfit and what that means I need to do, and I will show you a split screen of what exactly I mean. So that's what I'm looking at on my phone. So to start off with, this Max Mara outfit, I love this look. This is sickening. So this particular outfit, we have a turtleneck, a maxi sleeveless vest, waist belt or belt, maxi coat, knit tights, and some leather heels. So in order to recreate something similar, I need to have a monochromatic look, monochromatic colors, the same textures, leather belt, and heels. I don't have anything maxi that I could think of that is like a maxi sleeveless or even a maxi coat for that matter. I really don't have a lot to create that same look. I don't have anything that's as long. This is the only thing I have in my closet that's similar to a sleeveless vest. That is the nice camel or brown shade. This is a faux suede. It's from Banana Republic Factory. Really old. I typically prefer natural fibers, but when I saw this and it looked so good, I could not not get it. So I like this. It's not the same because we have the pockets. The other one, the Max Mara one, as you can see, is more seamless. It's longer. But this is what I have in my wardrobe. So let's see if we can do something similar. We would have to change the belt out because, of course, that's part of the Max Mara DNA that we want to recreate is a belt, a leather waist belt. So I have 3 belts. One of them, I'm still working on losing weight to fit. I'm gonna be honest. I bought it and I thought it would fit, but it did not. But I love it. It was actually inspired by a previous video that I did with Jasmine Tookes. And one of the things she wore in one of her outfits was a double belt. And so even though that's a trend now, I've seen that that's a trend. She did that belt or wore a belt similar before it was even on trend. And I liked it, so I bought something similar. But I cannot fit the belt, I don't believe so. Last time I tried, I haven't tried it in a while. But last time I bought it, tried it on, I couldn't fit it. But this is a waist belt. Now in the model, I think she wraps it around twice. So you would need a really long belt in order to do that. So I don't have a really long belt, but that's okay. I can use this belt. Yeah, it doesn't exactly give it the same look. I will probably go to Etsy and find a belt that gives more of the look that I want. Even though the whole look is monochromatic, when it comes to the leather, that's where you see another color added. This looks more like a reddish belt, and then the heels are brown. This is the belt in question. This belt is from below the belt. I don't know, I can't remember if they had a large or just an extra large or what, but it really wasn't fitting how I needed it to fit before. Looks like I still have some LBs to lose before this will fit. We'll see how much the Max Mara one is. You know, everything that you see on a runway collection does not necessarily come out into production. So we will see. So we'll put that as a wardrobe gap. We'll put a wide waist belt as a wardrobe gap. I don't even have a camel coat. I would love to have a camel coat. So clearly, in order to create this first look, I essentially have nothing. The closest I could probably get to this, because this is like a cord set, the closest I could probably get to this is this cashmere set that I have. And even then, it's not the exact color. And then we have this oversized coat. We'll see what we can find. I'll be back. It is obviously not the same color, but it is the same concept, or similar concept. Okay, so walk with me. Obviously, this particular outfit that you can see on the screen is not the nice, like, kind of light mustardy Dijon camel brownish color, but it is a cord set. They're both knits, and of course we're working with what I have in my wardrobe. So I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, so of course that is going to be one of the colors that is in my color scheme for this fall winter. So this actually checks the box. Of course we will be wearing this. This is a cord set from Banana Republic, so we have something similar. And of course, again, like I said, I just have the belts that I have. I don't have a lot of belts, waist belts. There was a time when I had a lot of them, but I don't know why I stopped wearing them. Actually, I think I gained weight, to be honest with you, and I think that's what stopped me from wearing waist belts. But I really do like them, and like I said, I'm actively working on losing weight, but just like slow and steady, just being more, changing my lifestyle up some. I don't want to be like do a diet, because for me that's not sustainable. So just slowly, but you know, surely. But either way, the point is, we know I need waist belts. That's obvious, because this belt really to me doesn't give the vibe that it's giving. See, what's so beautiful about this belt is that it double loops, and that's what to me makes it so much better than just a regular belt. So that, but still, just to give you an idea. Now we have tights. I don't have any knit tights, but if I can find, I mean, I have knit tights, but none that are this color that I would like them to be. So maybe if I can find some navy cable knit tights, or with a similar ribbing to this, then I can have a similar effect. Also, I don't have any shoes that like simple. I think these are like brown, looks like kind of like Mary Jane's. But I do have these Gianni Vinny boots. Now these are some really old boots I got from this brand, Gianni Vinny, which is, I think they're only sold at Dillard's. I don't think they're sold any other place, but Dillard's, and just in case you don't know, is a Southern department store. So yeah, I love these heels, like so, like, you know, so sexy. As a nice print pop of color, which I typically don't have any prints, but I love these shoes. So fun. So I like the way that looks. Now we will do a coat, and I don't have a solid colored oversized wool coat, which anyone who knows me in real life is probably like, you have so many coats, you don't have that. That's definitely a wardrobe gap for me and my style. But I do have this coat that I got from, where did I get this coat from? I can't remember now. In London. This is John Lewis coat. 2019, December 2019, London. I went with my family, and this is one of my souvenirs to myself. When I get souvenirs, I make it clothing items or shoes or some sort of accessory. It's not these little trinkets from the store. So this, I like this look. Of course, it's not the same print as a shoe. It's similar, but it is a print. So of course it doesn't give the same exact vibe, because this is not as, okay, well, for two reasons. Number one, something that I don't always like is this actual outfit is longer than the coat. As you can see, if I stand here, so it really doesn't give off the vibe that I want it to give. I want this coat to be flowing, oversized. So that's a main difference. And then, of course, I would say that's pretty much the main thing. Not flowing, not oversized. But of course, this is something that, this is similar. This is what we have in our wardrobe so far. So if I don't get, so here, in order to make a similar outfit, the wardrobe gaps for me are, Again, the waist belt, which we know we need to have it that wears double loop. So we need to get like a really long belt to double loop it to give us that same effect. Also, I would say the coat. To me, the coat needs to be more oversized, longer than the actual outfit in order to really work. Now, I don't need the Mary Janes. I like the change and variation of this boot and wearing this with it. Of course, I will wear tights. So we need some tights, whether they be either I pick out the gray, but I think I'm going to keep it navy. Keep it navy so we can keep a more monochromatic look. And that's what I would say the wardrobe gaps are for this look, this outfit. Now this next look is going to be this burgundy look. And I can tell you right now that I don't have any of these things. This really, as I'm looking at it now while filming this, is the same look as the first look. It's a carbon copy. The only difference is the colorway is different. So the colorway is different. Instead of it, and I'll post both so you can see what I mean. Instead of it being like a camely brown, like this first look is, like a honey brown, this is just all monochromatic burgundy or merlot, whichever one you would like to call it. So I already know I don't have anything for that, so we're not even gonna attempt to recreate that. Now this next look, again, same thing. The turtleneck and the skirt, so fly. I love this. It's another cord set. So I will buy another cord set that is knitted because obviously that's something I'm attracted to. Also, while you're doing this, think about the patterns that you are unknowingly creating based on what your personal style is. This is a tip on how to see what your personal style is. You are attracted to certain things, and if you notice patterns that you yourself picked, then that's clearly something that you're into. So of course, I love sweater dresses, but what's the next best thing is a sweater cord set. And some of these things, because if I get a belt, or I'm going to get a belt, then some of my sweater dresses, I can create the illusion of a skirt and top, as long as I have that waist definition. In this particular look though, you can clearly see the definition, and in many of them you can see the definition, but that's okay because our goal, or my goal, is not to recreate every look exactly the same. Is to have similar elements to give us a similar look. So I'm inspired by the Max Mara Runway show, so I wanted to get some looks that are similar vibes. That's the whole goal. Now this next look, we'll see what we can find. I think I have something similar to this, at least part of the outfit, so we'll go look. I don't have the exact thing, so I don't have this looks like an oversized, well, I can't tell if it's oversized or not, but it looks like a collared green shirt, and I don't have one of those. So I do have this nice, it's not olivey, but it's like a greenish, yellowish kind of. This is a cardigan that I got from Banana Republic last year from the men's section. But we have it's collared. Of course, it's not as straight as this collar, but it could create a similar look. Especially if I unbutton one of the buttons and create more of a V. Let's see. So I have something that is a similar color and a similar texture, but again, if you look at the picture, the Max Mara cardigan is longer in length, and that's what creates the drama in the look. So I'm still going to show you what I have. I do not have a lot of trousers because, again, like I said, I'm more of a dress and skirt girl, but I have a pair of gray trousers, but I would like to get into maybe like 1 or 2 extra pants, so maybe I'll get another trouser. I don't know that it would be this color. And then we have the accessories, which again, I don't have these accessories. The cardigan that I have from Cremo, I think. This is again another Dillard's brand. But you can see from the picture that the ribbing is the same, but it is not nearly as long as the Max Mara one, which is what in part gives it the look, the length. So really, when you think about recreating things, think about the silhouettes, the length of items, as well as the details you see, like the ribbing. There's ribbing in that one, but it's not as long. The sleeves, I would say for that one, I'm slimmer, but I'm okay with the sleeve length. I just would love it to be longer because then we can really create the drama, like in the Max Mara look. But either way, this is what we have. And we could belt it. Again, waist belts are important. That is one of the things that we need to get in order to really recreate these looks. And like I said, I'm gonna look to Etsy. I will also see, like I said, what the Max Mara one is when it comes out. At some point they will launch or drop their collection, their runway collection, and then we'll see what went into production and what didn't. But see, now, even though it's not exactly the same, the inspiration, it still looks like a cute look. So I would still wear this, even if I don't get some other pants or a longer cardigan, which I will get other cardigans more than likely because I love cardigans. I talked about that previously, how I'm more of a cardigan girl than a blazer girl. I still really like the way this looks. Very cute. So even with your inspiration, it doesn't have to be, like I said, exact. It's still, that's the whole point, in inspire instead of copy. So we have these sunglasses, and of course, because I have the ringlet, I know it's not gonna come off how it should, but the model is wearing sunglasses. So I just wanted to show some sunglasses and the sunglasses that I would wear, and these will be them. This particular look, we have a turtleneck, a knit sleeveless vest, which is the same ribbing or the same material as a turtleneck. Again, a waist belt. We have wide leg pleated pants, and it looks like it's a teddy coat as well, like a teddy coat jacket. So I don't have any of these items. The only thing I have is, like I said, some trousers. They're pleated. You can see the pleating. They're not super wide leg, but they're probably wide leg enough. I bought these last season from Banana Republic. It's not giving the same exact look, obviously. I don't have any other great items to go with this look if I wanted to recreate something similar. As far as layering, the only other vest I have is this. I don't have a lot of vests, but I have a couple. And this doesn't fully give the vibe, but you can see it is this, like, similar, as in we have trousers. Of course, I would need a belt, and we have a vest, so it gives a similar look. A turtleneck. So basically the outfit formula is very similar. It's not the exact same because you have double layering in this look, but it is something similar. Of course, I would coordinate the colors better so that it can look more like this, but I just wanted you to see, I just wanted to try on the pants so I can see how they look, and is it worth trying to recreate a similar look. And to me it is, because I bought these trousers. I've had them since last season, so I'm definitely gonna wear them. So I can create a similar look with the trousers. So I don't know that I need to buy, I might buy one more pair of trousers perhaps. But so far, when it comes to this look, the wardrobe gaps, which again, of course, waist belt, I probably don't even need to say that at this point. And I would say some gray. So either a gray ribbed turtleneck as well, or maybe a gray vest, perhaps. So far, I would say something similar to that is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm leaning towards for the wardrobe gaps.